Alright, hey everyone, Frankie here, New West Reset. Hello, how's it going, eh? Welcome back. Thank you very much for shooting in, joining a fella here for another Boots on the Ground video. And here we are in historic Kensington here today. It's been a while since we've traipsed around and had a looky-loo here in Kensington. So we've been here in the past. We've checked out an old church, an old school, actually a couple old churches, an old school, and a couple of other places. But today we are going to be checking out this beautiful old historic theater, the Plaza Theater. Calgary's last remaining neighborhood, independently owned and operated movie theater. So stick around, be right back.
About a heaven in Alberta, where they've got all hell for a basement.
All right, and we are back. Thanks for joining me once again. Really appreciate it. Beautiful day here today. It's the dead of winter, but we're experiencing a Chinook. So the warm winds are blowing in. The 1.5 feet of snow that we got last week has started to melt. And probably by the time it's about half melted, we're going to get snow again. So, yeah, terrific. Fantastic. Anyway, enough of that. Let's check out this glorious old historical movie theater, which there's a plaque on the place here. And I think if I remember correctly, I had read somewhere that this used to be a garage, like an auto mechanics garage, like a service station. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. That seems weird. Yeah, let's build a service station and then turn it into a movie theater. I've heard of some repurposing of buildings in the past, but that one's a new one on me. But yeah, anyways, let's before we walk up and check out that plaque, let's just kind of zoom in. And unfortunately, the whole thing has been completely covered in schmutz, as you can see. And you know, it's brick underneath there, that I know. I've seen old photos of it, and I think there's an old photo on the plaque too. It's kind of a shame, you know, when they take a building like this and they just cover it up in all kinds of crud. You can see there, it's got some nice lines along the roof line, but any amazing architectural details, unfortunately, have been glossed over. Although I must say that those fixtures right there holding the marquee, very nice, very robust, shall we say. And yeah, there you go, Plaza Theater. Okay, anyway, let's walk up here, have a look at this thing and see what the story is on the plaque. Just kind of hold it there if you want to pause and read it, but the rundown is built in the late 1920s. Yeah, okay, that's not vague. As an automobile garage. Garage? Garage. Anyway, this building was soon converted to meet the growing trend towards neighborhood theaters during the Great Depression. Okay, so it was a Great Depression, but everybody was clamoring to go to the movies? I don't know. The Plaza was the city's third neighborhood movie house when it opened January 10th, 35. So yeah, very interesting. So it started out as an automobile garage and repair shop and then converted to a movie theater in the 30s. Very strange, but all right. And as you can see here from all the texture all over this thing, yeah, just covered in schmutz. Told you we had cowboys here in Calgary. We're all a bunch of cowboys here. Anyway, real life cowboy. Don't know where this door goes. And then we've got a, this door here is actually access to a cafe and restaurant that's in the theater as well, this little door. But I'm noticing you gotta go up with a step. The door's quite high off the ground, as well as this one, compared to the main entrance here, which is right at ground level. So that's kind of odd and unusual. Now, I don't know if I can get around to the back or the side of this thing, but the guy's gonna try. But before I do that, I just want to kind of have a look at some of the detail on this marquee. It's quite nice. Got some scalloping detail along the top there. Now that looks like tin to me, except for this center piece that they've put a plank of wood, or they've boarded that in for whatever reason. I don't know why, but the rest of it looks like tin. Still has all the little light bulbs, and as far as I know, they still light it up at night and everything. Yeah, no, they've got it all blocked off in here. I can't even get an angle to see what's in between these two buildings in that tiny little space. Yeah, it's hard to tell. So what I'm going to do is pause it here for a second, and the guy's going to see if he can scurry around to the back of this thing and have a looky-loo at it from the alleyway. So yeah, hold tough. I'll be back in just a moment. All right, and I'm back. And here we are now just in the back lane or the back alley. And a lot is revealed here, as per usual, when you check out sort of the back side and come into the back alleys to check out some of these little buildings. That's gonna be tough to tell, I reckon, with the mural painted on there. But right away here, let me get you in and you can see that it looks like, yeah, I'm seeing some ghosting there of some arched windows that have been bricked in. And it looks like the very top layer of this thing has got cinder block, maybe? I don't know. Either that or they've just covered it in crud to make it look like cinder block. But definitely a lot of bricked in arched windows all along this side here that has been painted over with a mural. You can see that brick poking out. See if I can get a little closer here. A lot of snow. Okay, so it's looking to me like we've got potentially concrete here with brick stacked on top of it. You can see a bit of a transition line right there. But again, I'm not sure, because what is appearing to me to be the concrete portion juts out a little bit. So could that just be where they smeared it with crud to try to protect the brick that's underneath there? It's possible. It's so tough to tell, you know, when they paint these murals. Sometimes I think they do it on purpose so they can hide stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can see the old brick chimney up there. There you go. Now that's that little space right in there that I was trying to see in between from the front, and I couldn't. So, but yeah, definitely a lot of brick exposed up in there. So I'm thinking this building, red brick, been covered in stucco and schmutz, and then on the side and on the back they just couldn't be bothered. They just painted it and then eventually hired some local artists, I guess, to come in here and paint a mural. So as mentioned, a lot of snow, but it's above 0 Celsius here today, so not too bad. In fact, I think it's supposed to go to a high of +6 or +7 here today. That's saying a lot for the first week in December, where normally it's way below 0 Celsius. A lot of boarded up, closed off windows, lovely arches. No sandstone detail in the lower portion of the window there, just brick. But then again, you could see along the top there, they've just decided to put cinder block. So was this building 2 or 3 feet shorter, and then they added on a little bit of height to it? I don't know. I don't know why they would do that. Seems like a lot of work just to add 3 feet or so. So it's very, very unusual. But let me pause it here for a second. I'm going to try to get around to that other side there as well and see what I can see. All right, I didn't get far. I got about 3 feet from where I was standing. And you can see where all of that stucco or schmutz is broken away and has revealed the red brick underneath. So that is not the original concrete foundation. It's a phony or fake foundation. As per usual. You know how many times I've found that? It's getting to be redundantly ridiculous now. Anyway, moving along here. This looks to me like a more modern door that they've punched in here. This whole side here is all cinder block here, this whole portion. So I'm wondering if they added an extension onto this. They made it taller and wider. I don't know. It's very unusual. It's got a strange shape here too, with a couple of weird angles. It kind of comes straight, or a 90 here, then a 45, and then another 90 down the side. And this side is all cinder block. So yeah, I'm thinking what they did was they, I guess by the official narrative, what they would say is that when they were converting it from a service station or a garage to a theater, they added some extra square footage by making it a little taller and a little wider. I don't know. It seems odd to me that I'm not seeing a lot of what would cry out as service station, like auto repair shop to me. Right, like you just have these big windows here. Oh, by the way, I'm just noticing that there's another one there that's been sort of bricked in. Right in here, there was another window. So they bricked it in, and then they added a door access here. So this door probably not even original anyway. So yeah, very odd, very unusual. And as always, finding all kinds of shenanigans when it comes to fake or phony foundations covered in schmutz or stucco or whatever. Painted over to disguise everything. Board in some windows, paint a mural on the side, and Bob's your uncle, I guess. All right, I'm gonna whip back around to the front again, cross the street, get a nice wide shot of it for you here, and that should wrap it up for today. So one more moment, and I shall be right back. All right, and there it is. Turns out there's a terrible angle for the glare right now. The sun's shining, but you know what? I'll take it. Blue skies and all of this beautiful sunshine on this wintry day, bringing the temperature up. I'm not going to complain, eh? Oh, for sure, but not at all there, eh? So there it is, the Plaza Theater, formerly a automotive service station that remains nameless, I guess. I don't know. They didn't even mention what the service station used to be called. Let's call it Joe's Mechanics. Sure, there it is. So the Plaza Theater here in Kensington. So that is going to seal the deal here today for Frankie. New West Reset. As per usual, let me know what you think down in the comments there below. Do all the other things down here. Helps a guy out. Really appreciate it. And until the next one, take care out there and have yourselves a good one. All right, everyone? Thanks again. Cheers. Bye.